from home, girl.
Yes, I totally agree.
Hey, girl.
Totally agree.
And we're moms. It's called multitasking.
How are you, girls?
Yes, that's it. All the time.
Yeah.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you this morning?
Good. I was out for a run and on my way back, and then Sandy called, and I needed to talk to her, and I was trying really hard not to be rude, but I also needed to get off the phone. And I said to the boys, I was like, "You can play outside. I got to get on the Zoom call." And she's like, "Oh, okay, bye." And she hung up, and I was like, so I'm so glad you girls are on, and I'm so sorry that all right, hopefully this will. Thank you so much for being on. I'm really excited to talk about the 72-hour surge, and I'm so excited that Steph could join us because Steph has been with the company for over 4 years, and she is what I like to refer to as an expert on putting a little bit of effort into the business and getting a huge outcome. So, Steph, do you have any words of wisdom as going into this 72-hour surge? Maybe some things they could concentrate on, or just maybe their attitudes or their thoughts about it. Do you have anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of the things that I always want people to know when they start this is that literally, one, success is not a secret, it's a science. There is nothing special about anyone that's successful. All that they've done is it is a lot about their attitude, rather than being defeated when they have a failure or a no. They keep going, The only difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is a successful person's heard more no's and they've had more failures, to be quite honest with you. They just keep going. They don't allow it to stop them. And, as far as success being a secret, it's not a secret, it's a science. And the science behind it is that we have a system in place. And the people that I've seen do really, really well with this business are the ones that are really great at following the system that's already there. There's no need to recreate the wheel. There's no need to do anything new. It is literally already there. And the most successful people in our company have created the system, and they basically just put pen to paper, and they have put an outline of the things that they did to have success, and they've put it all out there for us to use. And that system is called missiondrivenmodel.info. When you first get started with your Juice Plus business, one of the first things that we encouraged everyone to do is to write down a list of anywhere between 50 and 300 people. I mean, the more you can write down, the better. We have on missiondrivenmodel.info something called the memory jogger. So if you're having a hard time as you're writing your list of people down, you can go to that, and it will help jog your memory of some other people that you might want to write down. And I recommend dividing your list into like 3 different groups of people. You have your hot list, which is that is the people that you have strong relationships with, your family members, your best friends, people that you see every week, that you have the closest relationship with. Those are the people that you're probably going to feel most comfortable sharing with. And then you have like your warm list, which are people that maybe you see weekly, but you don't have the strongest relationship with. Maybe you see them when you're dropping or picking your kids up from school. And so then you have that list, and then your cold market list. Those are the people that maybe you haven't talked to in 15 or 20 years, but you used to know them fairly well. So the way that you approach each group is going to be different. You're not going to approach the person you haven't talked to in 20 years the same way that you approach the person that you know and love and talk to every day, right? So dividing them into different groups, I think, also helps, and then figuring out how you're going to then communicate with each list or group of people.
Cool.
The other thing that we recommend is doing anywhere between 2 to 4 events when you first kickstart your business, because that will absolutely help you get to your 2,000 plus. And one reason is that it's just a good use of your time. If you are trying to go out, if you're trying to get in front of 8 people, and you set 8 different appointments with 8 different people, that could take up to 8 hours of your time, versus just having a party at your house for 2 hours and inviting 8 people over. Then you got a lot more done in 2 hours of your time versus 8 hours of your time. You know what I mean? So having events when you first get started is, I think, crucial in helping you get there very quickly. And when you achieve your first few levels quickly, that creates excitement, and that creates momentum. And momentum will create duplication. So, so that would be, I think, the best advice I could give to somebody that's kickstarting their business is to follow those simple steps, make your list, hold some events, and of course you can all different types of events. You can do Facebook events, you can do live events, which would be like salad in a jar parties or wine and wellness Wednesdays or soup in a jar or anything, whatever appeals to you. You can do that kind of event, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Missy, is there anything else that you wanted me to talk about?
Actually, Steph, that was perfect because I'm going to talk to them about the activities they want to do during the 72-hour surge. But what you said is absolutely phenomenal to help get them started. So that was absolutely perfect.
Alana.
So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're
And
welcome.
I just want to congratulate Raquel since she's on here because she just reached her HLP. Woohoo!
Congratulations, Raquel!
So I'm excited to see what all she does because this girl is a woman on a mission, and I think she is going to help a lot of people feel much better. So, how's your first couple days gone with eating Juice Plus?
It's wonderful. I'm surprised at the energy level that I have. I don't know if it was just because, I wasn't getting what I needed in, and now I'm just flooding my body with all the great nutrients that now I'm like, ooh, I'm awake. Let's go out and walk the dogs. I guess I have energy. Let me go do something else. So, it's just a win-win for me so far.
Yeah.
So I'm looking once the kids start school, and I got my husband on board just to hear, how they're feeling and stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
That is awesome. Well, I love that. And it's so funny because talking to Raquel before she got started, she's like, well, I don't have a story. I don't know what to tell people. But now,
I don't have a story.
You do have a story. So that's exciting. That is so exciting. And I love that. And so I will say to every single person on this team that's going to watch this Zoom recording is whether you have a story or not, you actually do have a story. So your story might be prior to eating Juice Plus, and you can say, I don't know how it's going to help me, but it helped Steph in this way. It helped Missy in this way. It helped Raquel in this way. And you tell everybody else's story. And then for Raquel, you just now have a story and say, I've only been eating for a few days and I have all this energy. This is so exciting. Or it could be like Steph or myself who've been eating it for a couple of years. And now we have a story of this is how I felt and it was horrible to this is how I feel now and it's amazing. So that's what I love about this is you don't have to have a story that's compelling, but you do actually have a story. So that's really exciting.
Right.
Go play. I'm so sorry. It's really hard to work when you have two at home that you're not used to having at home. So it's summertime. But Brady, you need to do something quiet. Okay. So, Steph, I know you might have to hop off here, but I do want to talk about the activities that are going to be rewarded during the 72-hour surge. So I would say prior to doing your 72-hour surge, you want to make that list like Steph was talking about. So 50 to 300 people that you want to talk to. And again, they're your hot list, your warm list, your cold list. So the hot list is the people you talk to all the time. Your warm list are those that you talk to once in a while. And then your cold list are people that you haven't talked to in a while. But these are the people you want to be in touch with because you have relationships with them. They trust you, and they're not going to think that it's just some random thing that you want them to just do. You actually can share with them that you care about them and that this has worked for you or you want it to work for you. It would work for them as well. So there are some things that we're going to do. I would like for each person to schedule 3-way calls. The 3-way calls, Steph, I want you to just touch base real quick on what a 3-way call can do for someone, not just their business, but even just talking to another person about Juice Plus.
Absolutely. So 3-way calls and events, I think, are the two things that can grow your business the fastest. 3-way calls are basically when you invite your potential customers or current customers that you want to be a team member or potential team member into a call with somebody in your upline. And the way that the way that you invite them is don't say anything about like, oh, I want to get you on the phone with my national marketing director, or I want to get you on the phone with this person that's been with the company for so-and-so years. Don't say anything businessy, because that scares them away. They think that, one, we're going to try to pressure them, or we're going to try to talk them into doing something they don't want to do. And that's not how we want them to come to the call feeling. And that's not what we do anyway. And so the purpose of the call is literally like, so you would say something like, I would love for you to get on the phone with my friend Stephanie. She's been eating and sharing Juice Plus for just over 4 years. And she has an amazing story that I think you would really connect with. And I really want her to hear your health journey and your health story. And she's just going to ask you some questions about your about your health journey, and then I really just want you to hear about hers, and that's it, and that's all I'm going to do on the call. So I'm not going to be sitting there trying to pressure her. I'm not going to hard close her by the time she gets off the call. It's not going to look like that at all. We're really just share stories, but what that does is that validates you, because you've already shared your story, and they've heard yours, and now they've heard somebody else who's also had a good experience with the product. So now it's not just Raquel, it's this other person too that's had a good experience.
Right.
And I'm going to validate you in saying, like, probably a lot of the information you shared, I'll be sharing again, maybe a background about exactly what Juice Plus is and things like that. And so it's amazing without even like trying to get them to do it. 9 times out of 10, they'll get off the call and they're ready to get started. It's just amazing. It's just third-party validation is all it is, really. And then the events. So, the events I talked about, like what you do in your home, right? They can be events that you do in your home or with another new team member or something like that. But other kinds of events are what we call live events, boot camps, regionals, and conferences. Those are huge in helping to grow your team and your business, because when you invite your potential team members or current team members to a live event, they get to experience the culture firsthand. They get to experience the quality of the people that this mission attracts. They get to be educated on the Juice Plus product and the company. And I cannot verbalize to them what they're going to experience. It's something that you have to experience yourself. So what I have found is when I get people to live events like that, it actually makes my job easy, because it's not now me trying to convince them that they need to do this. Like, it's somebody else is kind of doing that for me. And usually, again, 9 times out of 10, they'll leave the event and they're like, sign me up. I'm ready to get started. This is amazing. And so the hardest part is just getting them to an event. That's like the hardest part. But once you get them there, it's done. Like, it's a done deal. I promise you 9 times out of 10, they're going to leave. Either if they're already a customer, they're going to want to join your team. If they're not a customer, they're going to want to be a customer and possibly also want to join your team like right away. So anyway, those are it's amazing what an event and a 3-way call can do.
Absolutely. So just real quickly, I scheduled a 3-way call with someone that was on my team, and she had been on my team for, I think, 3 months by the time she did a call with Steph and I. And while I was on the call, I was kind of irritated, because I was like, I've already told her all this stuff, and she acted like it was brand new. And I was like, take on it. But then I thought, wait a minute, Steph is saying the exact same words that I've said. So once that person heard me say it, and then they heard Steph say it, within 10 days, she added someone to her team. She promoted to VF and got her $250 bonus, and was just ready to go with her business. So it was totally different from, oh, my husband and I are eating it and we think we like it, to, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Everybody needs to know about it. So that's what a third-party validation or a 3-way call can do. It can simply change from a, yeah, we like it, to everyone has to have it kind of thing. The same thing with the live events. So Raquel, I know we haven't scheduled yours yet, but we need to look at our calendars and get something on so we can invite your friends over. It's a really simple thing. What I do for healthy living parties is I usually just share my story, and then the 10-minute Bridge the Gap video, and then I answer questions. So the party can be anywhere from a half an hour to an hour and a half, just based on how many questions there are, that kind of thing. But it's really powerful, because a lot of your friends will come and be like, I don't even know what a healthy living party is, to, oh my gosh, I think maybe I should join this mission with Raquel, and I should have a healthy living party also, because other people need to know about this. And so one of the things that we do at the healthy living party is we ask them to write down 3 names of people that they could think of that could eat more fruits and veggies, that could, really benefit from Juice Plus. And a lot of times that gets them started thinking, oh, if I got these 3 people to eat it with me, that pays for my own product and gets me a bonus and that kind of thing. So it kind of helps them get started already thinking the way distributors think.
Right.
So that's what's great about a live event in your own home. And then I just got back from Dr. Sears on Tuesday night, and it was only an 1.5-hour presentation, and it was so amazing. So I shared some of the pictures on the team page, and I haven't shared all my notes yet, but it was just, I couldn't believe in an 1.5 hours how much information he gave us. So there's a Raleigh Regional coming up at the end of August, and then we have our Fredericksburg Super Saturday event. And I'm just going to encourage everyone in the Fredericksburg area to go to the Super Saturday event, because that'll be a whole day. That's 9 to 3. So you can imagine all the information. And then bring as many guests as you can to that, because that is going to help them see what you're talking about, third-party validation. It's going to give you all of it at one time. And then, of course, in October, we have our next conference, which is in Indianapolis. So lots of different events that we can do. It's just absolutely amazing.
Sorry, I was going to...
Yes, go ahead, Steph.
I was just going to say one other thing, just to back up the point that you just made, and that what an event can do for a friend. So I invited a girl to Dr. Sears' event the night before last, who I'd already shared Juice Plus with several times. And she came back at me with, this makes sense, but I think I'm just going to try to eat that many fruits and veggies. I was like, oh yeah, okay, good luck with that. 7-13 a day. All right, yeah, talk to me in a week and let me know how that's
right.
going. But instead of, of course, I can't say that to her, but of course, that's what I'm thinking. So she comes to Dr. Sears' event, and she texted me immediately afterwards and said, okay, I think I want to give this a shot. So just to prove that point, or to reiterate that point, I should say, that's what a live event can do. Like, here, she was already kind of giving me the hand, and then she came and she was like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Everything that he said made sense. So Dr. Sears kind of did my job for me. That's what makes it nice. Of course, like, he's got this great reputation, because he's a famous doctor and all this stuff. But anyway, that's what an event can do for you. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate that too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to encourage, again, 3-way calls, scheduling a live event. I would like to have everybody attend a Zoom meeting on Wednesday or Thursday. So every Wednesday at noon, we do a vision casting call. Every Thursday night at 8:30, there's a how to get started quickly with your business, and that kind of walks you through doing your list of 50 to 300. It also shows you the mission-driven model a little bit. Also, we have Monday night calls. The 8 o'clock call is our family and friends call. So if you're talking to somebody and you can't get them on a call with me in a 3-way call, get them on the family and friends call. And this is what I say about a family and friends call. We have a great group that gets together on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. Someone will share their story. They'll share more about what Juice Plus is. And if you have any questions, you can ask your questions. Otherwise, you can just listen. You don't have to ask any questions. I've had about 5 or so different people get on those family and friends calls. And even if they can't listen to the whole call, they'll text me later and say, okay, whatever that is, just go ahead and get me started. Because they hear these stories about people going from not feeling well at all to feeling amazing. And there's so many different stories, so many different ways to share the story. So that is a really great way to get people to learn more about Juice Plus as well. And then for more training, we have an 8:30 call, which is our Wendy Campbell is way up in the company. She is in our upline. She has a phenomenal, usually national marketing director or a doctor or a nurse of some sort, do a training call. And then at 9 o'clock on Monday nights, Wendy Vance, who is our upline national marketing director, does a call with our team as well. So we have an 8 o'clock, an 8:30, and a 9 o'clock on Monday nights. And I usually invite to the 8 o'clock, and then it depends on what the topic is, to the 8:30 and the 9 o'clock. The other thing that I'm going to encourage everyone to do in this 72-hour surge is when you have that list that you started, that 50 to 300, you can do a message blitz. So I can give you the words for the message blitz. You can tweak them to be your own, but it just is a general idea. I did it through Facebook Messenger, some through text messaging. Some I used the voice to talk on text messaging, and some the voice to talk on Facebook Messenger. I think your voice is very powerful. So if you're very close to that person, use your voice. If you're not quite as close to them, you can just use the written word. It's totally up to you. But I have the words. You can copy them. You can paste them. You don't have to change anything, or you can change it for yourself. But all I basically did for the message blitz is I sent a very simple message where I said something along the lines of, would you be offended if I shared something with you and your family that has been a huge blessing to my family? Something along those lines. I think mine was a little bit more in depth, where I said, let me just read it to you. Hey girl, how have you been? I'm not sure if you saw any of my posts, but I'm on a journey to get more nutritionally fit and restore health in my family. I've found something that has been nothing short of amazing, and my family has been extremely blessed with better health. I really think you would love it. Would you be offended if I shared it with you? I understand if you're not interested, but I feel so amazing. I just have to share with anyone that is willing to hear about better health for their family. Looking forward to hearing back from you. So that's what I shared. I shared that with about 200 different people, give or take a few numbers. And 97 people got back to me and said, yes, I could share more with them. I think 21 ordered, and 5 joined the mission. So I had really good results from that messaging blitz, and that I didn't personalize it at all. If you know the person really well, I would say you might want to personalize it more and kind of talk to them a little bit more in depth. But I literally just started with Facebook friends and just started sending to some people and got some answers back. Some people said no. Some people have never answered. I'm okay with that because I still have a list of people to contact. So in fact, I'm getting ready to go more in depth in my list because I'm only on the C's. You know, I got C through Z to go on Facebook to talk to people and share my story. So message blitzing is a great way to get a lot of messages out each day. So I did 30 a day for it was probably over 10, 15 days. And I'm still answering questions and communicating with people because of that message blitz that I did. And I started it back in February. So I'm still going with it. I haven't stopped, and I will make sure that you all have the words to that message blitz so that you can use it for the 72-hour surge. The other thing that I would highly encourage you to do is do a live video on Facebook. And I know that scares some of you to death, but this is what it does. Number one, it shows people that you're a real person, that you're not just a robot sending out a message. You're not just somebody that just puts random posts and hopes somebody comments on them. You actually care enough to make yourself vulnerable on social media to say, hey, I felt horrible, now I feel amazing. I welcome, questions. I welcome you to join me, that kind of thing. So last August, so about a year ago, I did my first ever live Facebook feed, and I just talked about how my whole life I thought I was physically fit, and because my genes fit, I thought that meant I was healthy. And then someone taught me about being more nutritionally fit, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm a health and PE teacher, and I never thought about being nutritionally fit. I thought because my genes fit that I could eat whatever I wanted and just run it off the next day, and I was so-called healthy. Guess what? I was not healthy at all. And so I just did, I think it was probably like maybe 5 minutes on Facebook about being more nutritionally fit. And I think I got 35 leads from that one video. And I think quite a few people shared it. I mean, it kind of went, it was way more than I expected it to be. And I know I got customers from that. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. I was so amazed at how I went from having just a few customers to 35 new leads and probably 5 or 10 new customers from that. So I will encourage you to do that live video on Facebook as well. Also, let me see what else. Okay, so I just want to review what I'd like you to do during this 72-hour surge. These are the things that somebody is going to receive a cash bonus from me on. Whoever schedules the most 3-way calls with me is going to get a $10 bonus. Whoever has the most responses from the message blitz is going to get a $10 bonus. Now, I am going to ask you to show me your list of people, show me your responses. I don't want any cheating. This is going to be an honest competition. I want you to tag me in your live video on Facebook. And whoever gets the most responses to that, again, $10. I want you to schedule a live event. I'm going to come to the event. I will do the event for you, with you, however you would like to do it. We want that to be productive, and we want you to feel comfortable in your own skin so that you can do the same thing. And tell me, does this sound difficult? Share your own story, show a video, and answer questions. If for some reason you're doing your own live event and you don't know the answer, you just call myself or you call Steph and we answer the questions for you. You don't have to do any of this alone. That's the other reason why we do three-way calls. Nobody is in this by themselves. We are all in this together. I have sideline people that will answer questions for me, that will do events with me and for me. It's amazing. Attend one of those Zoom meetings Wednesday, Thursday, or both, and give me your notes from it. Monday night calls. I want you to invite to an 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Be on all those calls. Give me your notes from them. Again, people are going to be getting cash bonuses from me. Schedule a call with me this week so we know what your goals are, what your results are from the 72-hour surge. Whoever has the best results, number one, your commission check's going to go up. Number two, there's probably going to be bonuses from the company coming in. And then there's probably bonuses from me coming in. So if you are incentivized by money, this is for you. Or if you are incentivized by helping others, this is for you. If you are someone that just feels like everyone needs to know about Juice Plus like I do, this is for you. So I've been a little off task this summer because with the boys being home, if you notice, it's just now quiet and I can think and I can talk. With the boys being home, it's just thrown off my schedule. When they're at school, I feel like I have a routine and I can work all the time. Well, guess what? This 72-hour surge is just as much for me as it is for anybody else on this team, and for anyone that's getting started and anyone that we talk to in the next 72 hours. We can say, hey, this is what I'm doing. If you want to do this, you can do it with me, and you can start your business really quickly and really strongly and really start to make a real income. If you do need some extra money and you do want to be able to pay for your own product and not have it be an expense coming out of your budget. And the other thing I'm going to say is if you can go to Raleigh on August 29th or the Fredericksburg event on September 9th, that is going to be huge for your business. So if you can talk to me more about those two events, I will tell you it will definitely help your business tremendously. And I really feel like I went last year to Raleigh the day after I broke my foot, and I thought I can sit at home and be miserable, or I can sit in a place and listen about Juice Plus and be miserable. And let me tell you something. It was all about nutrition and very little about Juice Plus. I was so impressed. I actually was not in pain the whole time I was there because I was so intrigued with what they were saying. It wasn't until I got home that the throbbing started. But then, I had to go get everything fixed up anyway. So anyway, I'm going to encourage you that if I can go with a broken foot, you can go to Raleigh, or especially the Fredericksburg event. If you're local, you can just drive there at 9 a.m. and leave at 3 p.m. Lunch is provided to the Fredericksburg event. So hopefully there's no excuses for you not to be able to go. If you have family commitments, I would even go for half a day. It would be better than not going at all. And then bring your guests. And if you're not local, plan on staying with me, or you can stay in a hotel right beside it. It's totally up to you, but it'll so be worth your time, your effort, your energy. Bring your best friend and make it a girls' weekend, make it a guys' getaway. This is for men and women, so bring your spouses. This is not just for the ladies. There are going to be so many men there, which I love. It's incredible. Guess what? Both men and women need to be healthy. It's not just a girls' game. It's not just a guys' game. Both men and women need to be healthy. And when you get your spouse on board with you, there is no stopping a power couple. So Stephanie and her husband Clayton are absolutely phenomenal. I love to listen to them talk. They're a couple that builds each other up, and it's because they feel good enough to have the energy to love each other enough to build each other up. And there are so many couples like that in Juice Plus. It just blows my mind. I love it. And I'm going to try and get my husband to come with me to every event from now on as well. Sometimes he's watching the kids, so it's kind of hard to decide, what's better, to just get a babysitter and him come along, or vice versa. But I will tell you, every time he comes with me, he's more impressed with Juice Plus each and every time. So if you guys have any questions, I am here to answer all your questions. Just a real quick review. Schedule three-way calls. Do a message blitz. Do a live video on Facebook. Schedule a live event. Attend a Zoom meeting that we already have scheduled with our upline. Monday night calls at 8, 8:30, and 9. Schedule a call with me this week and plan on going to Raleigh, the Fredericksburg event, one or the other, and then going to Indianapolis in October. So I'll make sure you have all these dates, times, all that kind of thing. I'm going to put it all on our Facebook page and on Voxer. But I just want to say good luck with the 72-hour surge. I hope each of you will do it. You can start on Friday and end on Sunday. You can start on Saturday and end on Monday. I would love all the results by Tuesday if possible. If you need to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you just need to let me know when you're doing it, and we'll tally the results at the end of the week. Just tell me what days you're doing it. If you're going to participate in this and you can't do this weekend, but you can do another set of 72 hours, tell me when it is, and we'll accommodate to you. That's perfectly fine with me. So I look forward to hearing back from each of you. I'm sorry the recording was kind of junky at the beginning because of just different things, but guess what? It is all worth it. It all works out in the end, and I am so incredibly blessed to be able to share Juice Plus with you, to feel as amazing as I do, and to have each of you on my team and on this mission with me. So thank you. Have an awesome day. Thank you, Steph and Raquel, for joining me, and everybody else that actually listens to this. And I will be in touch with each of you. Thank you again. Have an awesome day, and good luck with the 72-hour surge.